Hello there, welcome back with me DK in IELTS Vlog episode 10 unit 10 reading in the form of short answer questions, table and also flowchart completions. Well, let's start, shall we? Start with exercise 1, short answer questions. So let's see the instruction first. You should fill number 1 until number 6 with no more than 3 words. As usual, in this type of reading questions, we should find the keywords in the questions and find the synonym and the keywords within the passage. Let's start from number 1. What 2 materials made by humans are mentioned in the passage? You've got the keywords 2 materials made by humans over there. So let's find the keywords and also the synonym of these words in the passage. Let's try. In this kind of question, the answer always comes in order. So, for example, number 1, you will find it in the first or second passage, paragraphs, and then in the last number 6 will be in the last paragraph. So the title over there, Shifting Through the Sands of Time, and the subtitle, When You Are on the Beach, You Are Stepping on Ancient Mountains, Skeletons of Marine Animals, Even Tiny Diamonds. Sands provides a mineral treasure trove, a record of geology's changing process. So, as I told you previously, number 1, the synonym for the keywords 2 materials made by humans can be found in the first or second paragraphs. Let's find quickly. You've got the words man-made, it's similar with human, and then items, materials. So, the answers might come before or after these words. And the correct answer, we need something or a noun. So you should find something or a noun, items made by humans over there. There are 2 answers, blank and blank. And the correct answers are concrete and also glass. So number 1, concrete and glass. Let's move to number 2, shall we? Which part of a grain of sand have scientists measured? Let's find the keywords in the question first. Grain. You've got grains in the passage over there in the paragraph 3. And then you've got also scientists. Let's find the synonym of scientist in the passage. You've got Massachusetts Institute of Technology and measured. The word measured in the question is similar with measurement in the passage. So, as I told you previously, the answer might come before or after those keywords. So we need something or a noun that needs measurement, and the correct answer is diameter. So number 2 is diameter. Let's move to number 3. Let's find the keywords. What 2 factors determine the size and shape of a piece of sand? The first keywords are 2 factors, and then we need something or a noun. Determine the size and shape. That's the second keywords. You've got tiny pebbles or porous granules. Those are similar with size. And then shape, you've got the word shape over there, shape of stars or spiral. And piece of sand, you've got sand over there in the 4th paragraph. Let's find the answers. The correct answer, age and origin. So number 3 is correct, age and origin. Let's move to number 4. Which event produced the beach on Kamwama Island? Let's find the keywords. The first keyword is event, and then we need name of event or activity. And the second keyword, beach on Kamwama Island. So whenever you find the word Kamwama Island in the passage, the answer might come close to those keywords. You've got Kamwama Island in the end of fourth paragraph over there, Kamwama in Hawaii. And then you've got also beach over there as the keyword in the question. And the correct answer is volcanic eruption. So number 4, which event produced the beach on Kamwama Island? Correct answer is volcanic eruption. Let's move to number 5. Where, so we need a place. According to the passage, can beaches made of very ancient sand be found? We need a place of location, as I mentioned previously. And then the other keywords are beaches made of very ancient sand. Let's find these keywords in the passage in the next paragraph. You've got beaches over there. You've got several 100 million years old, which is similar to very ancient. So the correct answer is a place. We need a place. So over there you've got northern Scotland. So number 5 is northern Scotland. And the last number, who claims that sand can have a more efficient function than a coastal technology? The keyword is who claims, so you need person or profession. And then the next keywords, you've got claims, which is similar to say. And then the last keyword is coastal technology. You also have coastal technology over there in the last line. So the correct answer is geologist, as we need a profession or person as the correct answer. Well, that's all for the exercise 1. We will move to the next exercise. Yes, in exercise 2, we will have more reading passages, which is longer than the previous one. You've got the title over there, Effects on Salmon Biodiversity. And the subtitle is the number of Pacific salmon has declined dramatically, but loss of genetic diversity may be a bigger problem. So what do you think the article about? You've got a salmon over there, so it must relate to salmon. And then what happened to the salmon, do you think? So the population has dropped, maybe because of some human involvements that makes the salmon population reduce dramatically over the years. And then, have you ever consumed salmon before? Especially in Japanese restaurant with a raw salmon. It smells too fishy, of course. First, you've got the tip over there. If you find difficult words printed in italic, don't worry. There are also definitions printed right after the words. Let's prove it. Let me read, and you can also read along with me. Each year, countless salmon migrate from the rivers and streams along the western coast of Canada and the US to the Pacific Ocean, while at the same time others leave the ocean and return to fresh water to spawn a new generation. This ritual has been going on for many millennia. But more than a century ago, the number of salmon returning from the sea began to fall dramatically in the Pacific Northwest. The decline accelerated in the 1970s, and by the 1990s, the U.S. Endangered Species Act listed 26 kinds of salmon as endangered. Let's follow along with me for the second paragraph. In North America, there are 5 species of Pacific salmon: pink salmon, chum, sockeye, coho, and chinook. Most of these fish migrate to the sea and then return to fresh water to produce. They are also sammalpurs. They die after spawning once. The life cycle of typical salmon begins with females depositing eggs in nests or redds on the gravel bottoms of rivers and lakes. There must be large quantities of gravel for this process to be successful. The young emerge from here and live in fresh water for periods ranging from a few days to several years. Then the juveniles undergoes physiological metamorphosis called smoltification and head towards this ocean. Once in the sea, the salmon often undertake extensive migration of thousands of miles while they mature. After anywhere from a few months to a few years, adult salmon return with high vitality to the river where they were born. There they spawn and the cycle begins again. Shrimp-type Chinooks spend 1 or more years in fresh water before heading to sea. They also undertake extensive offshore voyages and return to their natal streams during the spring or summer, often holding in fresh water for several months before spawning. In contrast, ocean-type Chinook move out very early in life before they reach 1 year of age. But once these salmon reach open water, they do not travel far offshore. They usually spend entire ocean residence on the continental shelf and return to their natal streams immediately before spawning. Short paragraph 4. Because salmon typically return to produce in the river where they were spawned, individual streams are home to local breeding population that can have a unique genetic signature, and the state of the ocean influences this. Also, salmon react in complex ways of human-induced changes to their environment. So, what human-induced changes to their environment? Let's see in the next paragraphs. Before we read the 5th paragraph, you've got a tip over there. Main idea is not supporting sentences. We will find later. Let me read. You can follow along with me. Paragraph 5. The extensive development of hydropower on the major rivers of the western U.S. has clearly disrupted populations of salmon. Other problems come to the very engineering fixes made to protect these fish from harm. Dams on some rivers are equipped with submersible screens designed to divert migrating juveniles away from turbines. Unfortunately, these measures do not benefit all fish. These screens steer as many as 95% of the stream-type Chinook around the turbines, but because of idiosyncrasies in behavior, these measures redirect as few as 15% of ocean-type Chinook. One thus expects to see genetic shifts in favor to the stream types. Let's read along with me paragraph 6, the next problem. Made by humans, fish ladders to have drawbacks. Although these devices have helped to bring survival rates for mature fish closer to historic levels, dams have certainly altered their upstream journey. Rather than swimming against a flowing river, adults now pass through a series of reservoirs punctuated by dams, where discharge from the turbines can disorient the fish and make it hard for them to find ladders. Such impediments do not kill the fish, but they affect migration rates. You've got a picture of fish ladder over there so that they can pass through and swim through the dams ahead of them. Last paragraph, you've got one tip over there. Your ability to find synonyms is essential in IELTS reading tasks. Of course, we will practice later. Dams may also modify salmon habitat in more subtle way. An indirect effects of the 92-meter Bromley Dam under Snake Rivers produced 25,000 to 30,000 Chinook salmon that spawned during the early fall. The completion of the dam in the late 1950s not only rendered the vast majority of their habitat inaccessible, but also led to more extreme water temperatures downstream from the dam. These changes, in turn, altered the life cycle of small population of Snake River Chinook that remained. Today, young Chinook emerged from the gravel later than they did before the dam was built, and thus they migrate downstream later when temperatures are higher and water levels lower. Yes, so let's see what we should do in exercise 2. You've got flowchart and also table. Yes, in exercise 2, you've got a flowchart over there, and the instruction is that you need to write no more than one word for number 1 until number 5. And the title over there in the flowchart is Life Cycle of Salmon. So, find the keywords and match them with the synonyms or keywords in the passage. In which paragraph can you find the life cycle of salmon? I hope still remember. You should read along with me in paragraph 2 later on. Yes, you've got the flowchart in the left side and you've got the reading passage in paragraph 2 in the right side. One tip, find synonym. Let's start with number 1. You've got the keywords over there. Females lay eggs in. You've got the word female, lay, eggs, and also in. Let's read fast and find the keywords or the synonym from the keywords in number 1. You've got females over there in the line 5. You've got depositing eggs, which is similar with lay eggs, in also. So the correct answer is nest or rest. But as the instruction says, you need only to write one word. So the correct answer is nests. While for number 2, where there must be plenty of, let's find the keywords. Plenty of is large quantities in the passage and in the question. And then the correct answer, gravel. Great. For number 2, one word only. While number 3, young salmon occupy blank for up to several years. Let's find the keywords. The keywords are young salmon occupy, and in the passage, the young over there. And then the answer is fresh water. Good. And then for number 4, process known as, you've got the keyword process over there. So you've got physiological metamorphosis, which is similar or the synonym of the process. And it's known or called smoltification. So number 4 is smoltification. Well, for number 5, return to blank of birth. Return, you've got the word written in the passage over there, which is similar with number 5 keyword. And then of birth, which is similar to where they were born. So the correct answer is river. Great. Well, now let's find the answers for table over here. Let's see the instruction first. You should write no more than 2 words over there, and the title is Effects of Engineering Projects on Salmon. So we read about the engineering projects problems in salmon in the last 3 paragraphs of the text. Let's see the tip over there. Use the headings to guide you if you find this kind of table question. The first heading is engineering object, and the second heading is purpose. The third heading is impact, and finally outcome over there. Well, let's complete the table over there. The first keywords are submersible screens over there. So you've got in the text submersible screen in the line 3, and then the next keywords in the next column, keep young migrating salmon clear of. Migrating, you've got migrating over there, and then clear of, you've got away from, and the answer is turbines, so you should write turbines. One tip, make sure you copy the same spelling as the word in the passage. Let's try number 7. Mainly protect blank Chinook. The first keyword is protect. You've got steer over there in line 4, and you've got the word Chinook, and you've got also the word Chinook in line 4 over there. So which type of Chinook? It's stream type Chinook, so you should write stream type. As for number 8, the first column is engineering object, so you need an engineering object, a noun. So the object is fish ladders, so you should write fish ladders in the first column over there. And then the keyword for number 9, negative impact on, the keyword is impact. So you've got affect over there. And the answer is migration rate. So you should write migration rates for number 9. Finally, for the last 3 questions, 10 until 12, let's see, you've got Bromley Dam over there. Let's find the keyword Bromley Dam in the passage. In the first line, you've got Bromley Dam over there in the right side. And then for number 10, the keywords are can't get to normal. It's similar with inaccessible over there in line 3. So the correct answer is habitat. So you should write habitat for number 10. While for number 11, very great changes in, the keywords are great changes. It's similar with more extreme in line 3 on the right over there. So the correct answer is water temperatures. So you should write water temperatures. While for number 12, in the final answer, the keywords are Snake River Chinook. You've got Snake River Chinook in line 4 and 5, and the next keyword is change. So you've got synonym of altered in line 5. So what change? The life cycle. So you should write life cycle for number 12. Great. Well, everyone, that's all for the IELTS vlog episode 10 in the form of short answer questions, table, and also flowchart completion. We'll see you when we see you. Matane!